Have you ever noticed that the most dangerous thing you can do in wrestling isn't a moonsault from the top rope? The most dangerous thing is asking a question. Allow me to explain. Last night on Raw, LA Knight didn't attack Roman Reigns. He attacked something much bigger. He attacked the system around him. Welcome to Pro Wrestling Quickie. I'm Tristen Law, semi-retired pro wrestler and your host. You don't have much time, and neither do I, so let's have a quickie. In case you missed Raw in Italy, LA Knight confronted Adam Pearce and questioned whether Roman Reigns is getting special treatment. On the surface, it sounds like a pretty standard wrestling complaint. One wrestler thinks that management is favoring the top star. This is not a fresh idea for pro wrestling, but I don't think that this is what this was. Because LA Knight wasn't accusing Adam Pearce of being corrupt. He was accusing Adam Pearce of being comfortable. And there's a difference. You see, Adam Pearce isn't portrayed as some evil authority figure. He's not walking around trying to screw people over. Most weeks he's doing damage control, he's breaking up fights, settling disputes, making matches, and trying to keep Monday Night Raw from falling apart. That is his on-screen character. The guy's overwhelmed, and he's consistently putting out fires. And then there's Roman Reigns. Roman walks into the building with the bloodline behind him. Roman commands respect, he keeps people in line. Roman Reigns is good for business. So from Adam Pearce's perspective, Roman isn't another problem to manage. Roman is one less problem. This is what makes LA Knight's accusation so interesting. And once you start looking at it that way, you stop asking whether Pearce is helping Roman on purpose. The better question becomes, has Roman become so valuable that management doesn't challenge him? And that's where the story gets good. Because LA Knight didn't just question Roman, he said the quiet part out loud. The audience hears it, the locker room hears it, and now the idea is out there. I don't see everybody suddenly marching into Adam Pearce's office tomorrow to file their complaints. That's not how it works. But ideas spread. One person notices, then another, and little by little, people start seeing things differently. That's why I think Roman should care. Not because LA Knight is physically threatening him. Roman has dealt with bigger threats than LA Knight. The problem is that LA Knight is making people think. He's making people ask questions. And once people start questioning the system, they start questioning the people who benefit from it. This is where Jey Uso becomes interesting. If Roman sees LA Knight sticking his nose into family business, Roman doesn't need to handle LA Knight himself. He can send Jey Uso. It's a loyalty test. Not because Jey Uso hates LA Knight. Not because Jey thinks that LA is wrong. Because Jey Uso understands something LA Knight might not. The whole thing works better when nobody asks too many questions. Jey Uso is mildly friendly with LA Knight. But I could absolutely see Jey Uso looking at him and going, bro, you're going to mess up the money. That's where the real tension lives. Because now the conflict isn't good guy versus bad guy. It's truth versus stability. Sometimes people protect the system because they believe in it. Other times they protect it because they're afraid of what happens if it falls apart. That is why I think this segment worked. It wasn't about Adam Pearce. It wasn't even really about Roman Reigns. It was about power. And what happens when somebody finally points at it and says, wait a minute. Roman isn't threatened by LA Knight's fists. Roman is threatened by LA Knight's questions. I'm Tristen, and that's your Pro Wrestling Quickie.